Hey guys, it's Ross Scotland on the Space Couch Tonight. I was watching Elon Musk's appearance at the SXSW conference the other day, where he crashed the Westworld panel, and it was absolutely fantastic, very informative about a lot of things. But what particularly drew my attention, other than the threat of global war from AIs, was that he's hoping to start, and it was a little bit unclear exactly what he meant, test flights of the BFR first half of next year. It wasn't clear to me if it was the booster rocket or if it was the actual ship, because BFR, I mean, the terms are kind of interchangeable, aren't they? It's like, does it refer to just the whole architecture or just a single part? I'm not sure, but they're hoping to be conducting short test flights first half of next year. I expect that would be at McGregor. So that is very interesting, because I assume that will be like the grasshopper testing that they did several years ago that obviously led to the reusability of the Falcon 9. So we'll see the booster or the ship, both, hopefully, going up a metre or two, then further and further and back, and further and further and back, just like we did with the grasshopper. And that footage was amazing, though. Not as amazing as the actual boosters coming back down to land, either on a landing pad or on a drone ship, but it gave us a taste for what that would look like. So hopefully next year it will be rolled out and we'll see it starting to take the first tiny little incremental steps that will end up on Mars. And you assume all over the solar system at some point. It's such a huge ship, they could send an automated one to do surveys of who knows where, drop off rovers everywhere. Wouldn't that be awesome? But yes, test flights hopefully to begin next year. Elon did say, he acknowledged that his timelines can be optimistic, shall we say. But as I've said many times, yeah, the timelines might be optimistic, but the objective always gets met sooner or later. So we will be seeing the booster and or the ship conducting test flights at some point. Whether or not it's next year, I don't know. I doubt it would be in time for the 2020 window. Probably would be the 2022 Mars window that they would be ready to actually maybe send something there. But yes, it's progressing along. I mean, who knows how far along in construction they are. They did build that giant composite tank that we saw pictures of at the International Aeronautical Conference in Sydney last year when he did his presentation. But I believe that was destroyed in testing. Intentionally, I assume. They have to test these things to destruction. But yes, I'm very much looking forward to seeing the monster rolling out and standing upright. It'll be quite a sight, because obviously computer simulations, they never do it justice, do they? Like when we saw the two boosters coming back to land from Falcon Heavy, that was just incredible. I'd never seen it. Well, no one had ever seen anything like it, of course, because it had never happened before. So hopefully we shall see some amazing footage of the booster and or the ship, because that ship is just incredible. It's huge. It's about the size of an A380, I think, isn't it? So seeing that in air, and then in due course longer flights, and then orbital test flights, because I assume they'll probably eventually will launch it so it can orbit the Earth a couple of times and then come back to land at one of their landing zones, probably in Kennedy. But yes, exciting times as always with SpaceX. The BFR continues to move ahead, and we're all eagerly awaiting seeing it rolling out and conducting those first flights prior, of course, to going to Mars. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment suggestion for a upcoming topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.